The following video will be covering weather and climate change and their respective definitions, the effects and impact climate change has in various degrees, and the many solutions to combat climate change. Weather consists of temporary changes within the face of the atmosphere, often affecting precipitation, temperature, humidity, cloudiness, and other aspects. Climate change is the long-term weather pattern of an area. Some scientists define it as the average weather of a region within a time frame of about 30 years.
Air pollution like carbon dioxide and methane releases into the atmosphere, affecting the ozone layer. The ozone layer has now a hole, almost a rip, that has been caused by this abuse. We then had to pass the Montreal Protocol Act in 1987 to start fixing this issue so it doesn't progressively get worse. We then have temperature and the jet stream. Temperature, as it warms up, it expands. If you remember back to your basic sciences, as temperature goes up, the jet stream then goes more northwards, causing more extreme weather events like hurricanes and tornadoes to become more prevalent as the years progress.
Society's effects on climate change has resulted in shortened growing seasons, a decline in production, and drought. The rise in heat waves affects a person's health. In some cases, death can occur. The gap between the rich and poor will widen, so the richer will maintain being wealthy and the poor will struggle. Ways to combat climate change include reducing smog, which can be done through vehicle inspection programs, restrict driving, and pollution indicators. Reforestation, growing renewable biofuels, reduce, reuse, recycle, and compost any goods are other examples of strategies.
Clean Air Act of 1963, which was the year it was passed, it affects the air pollutants and emissions. Beforehand, the pollutants and emissions were out of the roof, but after, it did decrease. It also does the standards for air quality, emissions, and pollutants. It's more cost effective and it monitors air quality. Some climate change models is basically atmosphere and oceanic data that combines to make these models. Some examples include a temperature graph and a water temperature graph and precipitation graph.